Okay, Honey Trap. Honey Trap is one of those indie British films. Honey Trap is directed by Rebecca Johnson and it came out in 2014. I didn't see it till 2016 because I'm me. Just like I'm not doing the review for it until the last day of the year because I'm me. I saw this on Thanksgiving night on Netflix and I thought it would be an interesting watch because Jessica Sula is in it and I've liked her since I saw her in Skins, the UK version, the good version, back in the day, back when Hulu was free, because I watched it on Hulu for free. The whole 6 or 7 seasons I think they had. I think she was in the 3rd and 4th, or the 5th and 6th. Maybe the 5th and 6th. But I've liked her since then, so I saw her in this. I thought I would enjoy it, and I really enjoyed it. Honey Pot is a story about a 15-year-old girl who moves from Trinidad to Brixton, London. I think that's what it's called. And she moves in with her mother, who left her as a child with her grandparents, her mother's parents in Trinidad, for them to raise her. Her mother is very young. Her mother had her when she was very young. Or you watch the movie and you see your mother, you don't think that's her mother. At least I didn't. When I first put it on, I thought that was like a big sister or like a friend of the family or something until I heard her call her mom. And then I was like, oh, it's your mom? She looks like she's like 5 years older than you. But whatever, it works. So that's the dynamic that they have. They are getting to know each other in the film, and you witness that firsthand because they don't talk much and they don't really know how to because they don't know each other. But that's mother and daughter. So she's new to Brixton. She goes to school. She tries to make friends. Coming of age story, essentially. I really liked this movie. I enjoyed it. For a low budget indie with, you know, a pretty subtle premise, it was really good. You know, check it out. It's on Netflix. It's free. Well, you have to pay for Netflix, but it's a nice watch. Now I'm gonna tell you what I thought after seeing the movie, because going in I didn't know anything about it. I just randomly found it, and after I saw it, I was thinking, like, this is like Girlhood but better. Like, I watched Girlhood. I didn't like it that much. It's not my cup of tea. But I watched this and then immediately thought of Girlhood. I was like, I think I understand Girlhood now. But it's similar to that, but better, because you have this 15-year-old girl who's new to the place she's at, and she's just lonely and trying to find herself, and that's what happened in Girlhood. The main character in Honey Trap, her name is Layla, and she finds herself in a gang or around gangs, and that's what happened in Girlhood. So it just reminded me of that. That's a similarity that I saw between the two, outside of it being in like a low budget indie UK film. That's something that really grabbed my attention to it and kind of made me want to watch Girlhood again. But I enjoyed this film. It's a story of crime, lust, youth, and acceptance, and it's of my favorite genre, coming of age. Now, after researching the film, I learned that it's based on true events. That just makes the movie even sadder because it ends tragically, and just to imagine that really happened to someone is really heartbreaking. That little piece of knowledge made the film more authentic to me, more real, that it's real, this is real life. And the way it's shot is just so urban. It took me a while to come to that word. The way it's shot basically feels authentic, and I appreciate that because it doesn't seem like the script intended it to be that way. That's just something that happened in the moment, which is what happens when you're filming. You just come up with things on the moment. But I would watch Honey Trap again. It's not a huge, big production. It's distributed by Ava DuVernay's film company. Ava DuVernay, I think. I hope that's how you pronounce her name. She's the director who directed Selma a couple years back, last year maybe, or the year before. But what I'm coming to find in recent history as far as Hollywood and cinema is that the low budget, small, independent films are now the rawest, most powerful films in Hollywood. You just look at everything that came out this year. Most of them are indie. That's what people want to see. That's what I want to see.